Okay. ようこそ、ダンニャ。Xavier, Daedric Arc, hello, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Outlast. We're almost done with horror month, so again, I appreciate you guys for dropping by. The support so far has been phenomenal, so it's really awesome having you guys here. Thank you so much for the support. Now then, we're almost done. We only have Outlast and Corpse Party left, and we also have a VR chat end of horror month thing on Sunday morning, so we're getting there. How are y'all? Doing good? Hopefully you're doing well too, Xavier. Outlast contains intense violence, gore, graphic sexual content, and strong language. Please enjoy. You are Miles Upshur, an investigative reporter whose ambition is about to earn him an intimate tour of hell on Earth. Always willing to risk digging into the stories no other journalists would dare investigate. You will seek out the dark secret at the heart of Mount Massive Asylum. Stay alive as long as you can, record everything. You are not a fighter. To navigate the horrors of Mount Massive and expose the truth, your only choices are to run, hide, or die. Already off to a good start here. My sensitivity seems too high. I'm gonna get rid of it. You know, you must be an extremely rare type of stupid to be going to these places. Like, I would not go within like 20 miles of this place. I won't even go with near the 20-mile radius. Like, this is just dumb, dude. Uh-huh. The 2 weeks of software console. Don't still believe how the things I saw. Needs to be exposed, I see. So you're here to expose whatever. This is how you die, by the way. Oh yeah, that's dumb. This is where it... Okay, we're starting. Too high still. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, Q and E makes you health left and right. Guess we're just gonna go straight to the hold down. Oh. Okay. Cell phone reception cut off abruptly. Oof. That's not good. Guess we won't be getting help when we need it. Take a look at this place. I think there's an open window over there. Guess that's where we go. Oh yeah, Daedric Arc, were you able to watch the Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies thingy? We do go up there. Very well. Okay. Try not to die. This is try not to mega die. Ah! Lovely. Yeah, it's exactly what we need. What was that? Someone screamed at me. Is that the TV? Rude? Oh, that's lovely. The recording seconds do stay. That's good to know. Oh, a battery. Nice. Phone's not working. Project Wall Rider? Hmm. That's weird. Well, I guess I'm like going in there. Hey, God, welcome. How you doing, Nika? Ooh. Did you jump yet? No. Where's that guy going? Feeling dead inside. Yeah, I feel ya. The fuck was that? What? Cool, I guess. That's pretty loud. Like, is it too loud for you guys? Hopefully not. Hope not. Yeah, look at that guy.
They killed us. You got out. The variants. You can't fight them. You have to hide. You can unlock the main doors from security control.
I saw him. He appeared. He locked this door. By the way, did you clear House of the Dead 4 yesterday? Yes, I did.
Little pig.
Oh no!
And who are you then?
I'm Kyoshi, hello.
I see. Merciful God, you have sent me an apostle. Guard your life, son. You have a calling.
By the way, I'm not feeling too hot today, so again, if I do get a headache, well, yeah, you guys know. Like, it's just inconsistent, my sleep schedule recently. Hopefully it doesn't affect the 24-hour stream. Try to sleep as much as I can during that time. It's a picture of the place. Oh god, yeah, using the camera makes my head hurt. Oh yeah. Tone it down a bit. Oh, you're welcome, Ika. Enjoy the show. Oh god. ちょっと待って。Just went to grab some water, make sure that the fans are pointing. What's up, man? You okay? Ah. Dude's got no eyes. He's fine. Yo, what's up? Which game? Oh, it's just Final Fantasy. Well, they got ambience down pat, you know? The place ambience is perfectly fine. But yeah, I do apologize if I do cut this short later on because I'm not feeling too well. I keep like not having good sleep and it just sucks when okay. Yo bro, holy fuck. Jeez. Yeah, I appreciate the concern, guys. Ika, thank you. Proclaim the gospel. We have lots of crazies here tonight. I love that the game told me that you can look behind you by reversing while running. With their spook. Aye. So is there any games you guys are interested in seeing on the 24-hour stream? Because I would love to play games you guys suggest. Just suggest me a game for the 24-hour stream and I'll try to play it. Looks like there's a thingy here. Hide. It's always good. It's always good to hide from time to time. They lie. Hey there, Coop. Yokoso da ne. Very busy but listening. Okay. Well, work hard, Coop. Don't stress out too much. Oh. Listen. Doing some stuff right now? Yeah, that's fine.
I'll find all yours.
Oh, he is very burly. Oh. Well, hope you enjoyed the Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies trailer, David. Okay, I want to test something here. How fast can this guy run? Yeah, I'm aware of the AI for Alien Isolation. I'm very interested in games with really good AI. One of them being Fear. If I recall, Fear had really good AI as well. Don't know if any of you guys played Fear. Yeah, damn. I'm feeling too hot. Ah, ちょっと待って。Ah. Yeah, sorry. Like I said, no sleep again, so I am just like it feels really hot and I'm getting a headache, so I'll just pause for a bit. Yeah, but appreciate you guys dropping by still. Oh. I wonder if it's hmm. Oh, I better see if I have my posture correct. Yeah, I'm okay. Yes. Okay. it's just like, I don't know, like a migraine or whatever. Like I said, I wasn't able to sleep. I did notice, it wasn't the same when I played Metro yesterday. When I played Metro yesterday, I was able to get a good sleep. So Metro wasn't bad. You guys noticed, right? When I played Metro, I was able to play straight and had fun. But like, yeah, I think it's just lack of sleep. Because I wasn't able to sleep again today. I'm gonna do something here that hopefully helps. Let me just be right back. Hopefully this helps. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to remove the I'm gonna try to lower my monitor's height. See if it helps with the headache, because I am kinda not looking. The monitor's height is pretty high, so I'm looking a bit more higher than I should be. Game feels like a chore. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to avoid. You know, I don't really wanna, you know, not have fun with a game. I just really... Oh, now the monitor is just too low. Set it up a bit more higher. My monitor's on top of boxes. That's so it's like, well, now's a good time to clean underneath it while the boxes are gone. Let me set the monitor again. Heavy. I like to one hand this thing. The monitor is heavy, bro. About that. Is that a good height? Let's see. Hmm. Yeah. This is not bad. Headache's still there, but I feel like this is more comfy. Yeah, this is definitely more comfortable. Headache's still there though, so... But it's not as bad. Adjust the webcam here. Lack of sleep, feel like dying, want to do stuff but can't. Equals frustration. Having to hold out without sleep till next day. Yeah, I do get that. Lack of sleep is pretty bad. Pretty notorious so far for the whole like lack of sleep thing. Yeah, okay. The... What is this? Ooh. Okay. Try that. Sorry about this, still adjusting. Oops, don't accidentally turn off your monitor, dude. Leveled? Okay. Um, okay, we're good. Sorry about that. Everything is correct, hopefully. Alright, let's go check it out. I don't even know if the game's gonna be responding at this point because it is in full screen. I hope it does. I really don't want it bugging out. I think it did bug out. I think I caused the game to bug out. Whoopsie. All this because I was adjusting my monitor. Well, I'm gonna worry about it, naturally. Because I promised to play Outlast, and I need to play Outlast. So. Hope I feel better soon, yeah. Hope so too. Okay. There we go. Let's see if this is better.
Who's there?
But thanks for the well wishes. Hope I feel better soon, yeah. Always a bad idea playing horror games when your head hurts like shit. Never fun. But yeah, hope you feel better too, Coop. That it's not too stressful anymore, hopefully. Can I beat this guy up? Oh yeah, I can't fight back. Apparently that's part of the game. Like, oh, you can't fight back and shit like that. But like, I was trying to close the door after I leave it. Oh, nope, never mind. Can't do that apparently. Oh. Whoops. Dropped my towel. Okay. We're off to a good start. It's a stealth game, right? Not really. It's more survival horror. You can make it stealth if you wanted to.
Who's there?
So I guess... yes and no? So we do need to find a hiding spot in advance here. He's coming, boys. He's So much for stealth, am I right? Oh no. Ah, screw you, I'm gonna turn on the other generator. You're not gonna do a thing about it. But never mind, he did a thing about it. God dang it. Okay, not to south. These enemies aren't dumb. Good to know. Okay, yeah. Definitely adjusting the monitor's height so that my eyes are looking down more instead of like forward and up, like just forward. That definitely helps with the headache. So if any of you guys are getting headaches when using the PC, remember your eyes should be aligned at the top of the screen. Should have done that earlier, honestly. It helps with the headaches a bit. But again, that combined with good rest definitely is something should be like a given, right? I have to turn this on too. Turn on the 2 gas pumps in the main break. This is the room he came out from. Also, hello lurkers. What are you guys doing? It's kind of redundant, isn't it? Yeah, I already I said hello lurkers and like, oh, you know. Yeah, hello. Welcome to Outlast. I just solved my headache issues, which happened at the first, like, 30 minutes of the game. Okay, I'm low battery. I need to charge this. I hear him. Sort of. Already been in camera mode for more than 8 months. I hear him. Yeah, he's right behind us on the right. Might enter this room. Might. Feel tired because you slept late, but no stress. That's good. Glad there's no stress. Alright, let's see if anyone comes in here. Oh yeah. He's entering. He's gonna check this locker. Fuck, dude.
Just another ghost.
Nope. Maybe. Nope. Really excited for Call of Duty Vanguard. I just noticed COD Vanguard releases on the 5th, which is a day before the stream. So that'll be great. I'll be able to stream COD Vanguard on the 24-hour charity stream. I'm really looking forward to that. Come on, mate. What? What? What happened? Did I get hit through a wall? Game? Watch this. I'm gonna do what they call a pro gamer move. Yoshi Akazura running for his life. Breaking news. More at 10. Aha! Power's on. Screw you. Bang. Is he T-posing? Holy shit, he's T-posing. Yo, he's T-posing. Oh my god. He's about to assert dominance soon. I want to see him. You want to go to T-pose guy. Why'd you lock it? God damn it. Right. Still T-posing. You believe this guy? Dude's T-posing. What a rude ass dude. T-posing with Kyoshira, can you believe it? Uh-oh. Are you getting... Ooh, there you go. Out of here.
Sorry, my son. I didn't want to have to do this to you. But you can't leave. Not yet. There is so much yet for you to witness.
What the fuck? He
Will you
crazy.
see it? Can you? Our Lord, the Wall Rider, tearing his truth into the unbelievers.
What the shit?
The only way out of this place is the truth. Accept the gospel, and all doors
Holy
will
fuck.
open before you.
They just got yeeted. They're out of here. Everyone is crazy in this game. Yeah, well. Only imagine the craziness. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, headache's starting to return again. Fuck. I think I'll just save here. Sorry about that. I know it's short playthrough, but I really don't want to be forcing myself. Ah, man. How it is kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Well, in the meantime, I will stay for a bit to chat with you guys. How do you guys feel about horror stories? I could read you guys a horror story. Yeah? I know no sleep if you guys are interested. Sleep stream? Nah, no. I will read you guys a horror story though. Let's do that. No need. I'm fine. You don't like horror stories, Ika? It's just a story. Just a story, Ika. Chill. Well, it's Ika, you're not seeing anything. It's just come on, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Okay, let's go for the Halloween contest write-ups here from No Sleep. Alright. Story time? Yeah, story time. If I can't play a game, might as well read you guys a horror story. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Let's find the top horror stories this month. From R No Sleep. I do love visiting that place. Oh, here's one. Here's a one from Black Envelope. Black Envelope from in the mail. This story is titled Have you recently received a black envelope in the mail? Right. Oh. This one was posted by user Grand Theft Motto. I've worked for the United States Postal Service for most of my adult life. My career started 40 years ago in the sorting room and it will end today after I post this message. Ochettamate. We need better ambience for this. We need better ambience for this. Dark piano. Alright. Here we go. I've worked for the United States Postal Service for most of my adult life. My career started 40 years ago in the sorting room and it will end today after I post this message. They're suppressing any leaks. They might even find a way to sweep this under the rug. But I have to put it out there. If I don't, I'll never get another night's sleep. There's a good chance you'll receive a black envelope in the mail one day in the near future. If you do, please don't open it. Nothing bad will happen right then. The envelope itself isn't really special, but inside of it, you'll find a white condolence card with your name and the date written in a pretty golden font. I promise that you don't want to know that date. None of us should know the day that we die before it happens. The first time I encountered a black envelope, I was in the sorting room. I remember pausing to study the paper for a moment. Besides the unusual color, it also felt different than any of the thousands of other envelopes I've handled before. The paper was thick, almost porous, and slightly warm to the touch. It was heavy for how thin it was. When my supervisor noticed what caught my attention, she pulled me into her office and shut the door. I was hoping we wouldn't see any of those this year, Diana told me, nodding for me to sit down. I still had the black envelope in my hand. The recipient's address was printed in clean, white lettering on the front. There was no return address. Is this something special? I asked, trying to hand her the envelope. Diana jerked back, like I'd offer her an unpinned hand grenade. Yes, she said. The very worst kind of special. We see one or two come through every couple of years. Some folks have been working here for a decade and aren't even aware of them. Just bad luck that you found one. I felt a chill like down my spine. Bad luck? We have an unofficial policy about those particular pieces of mail. Sort them and forget about them. Don't report them. For God's sake, don't open them. Sort it? But there's no return address. There never is, Diana said, standing up. Now, please get that thing out of my office and don't mention it to me or anyone here. Hopefully, we won't see any more for a long time. I did as I was told, but couldn't get the envelope out of my mind. I remember it feeling slightly damp when I sorted it into outgoing, like it was oily, even greasy. Months passed and I managed to finally stop wincing every time a new load of mail came in for sorting. A little more than a year after finding my first black envelope, I found another. Then another. Within the space of 6 months, I sorted a dozen of the things. Always lacking return addresses. Always feeling off to the touch. Diana began avoiding me. Some of my coworkers, the old hands who'd been in the mailroom since they probably used ponies for deliveries, gave me a wide berth, too. It seemed I had some nasty cloud floating over me as if I was responsible for the influx of envelopes. I began having nightmares, vivid but smeared panic dreams full of heat and shadow and violence. The next year, I was transferred from sorting to deliveries. I suspected Diana just wanted me gone from the tiny, smoke-filled room that passed for a kingdom. Remember, this was 40 years ago. I was bad luck. That was fine by me. I laced up my boots, got a comfortable hat, and started making my rounds. My first assignment was to a quiet neighborhood on Maryland's shore. You've likely seen similar places: gravel driveways, oak trees with tire swings, above-ground swimming pools. I loved it and always carried candy for the kids that would rush out some mornings hoping for a package or present or special letter. I brought milk bones for the dogs, too, who were generally much friendlier than I'd been led to expect. In 4 years walking that beat, I was only chased by a canine once, and when the retriever caught me, it turned out that she just wanted to play. Memories of the black envelopes and my coworkers' nervous glances faded quickly against the fresh air and sunlight of my new physician. Until one winter, when I dropped off the mail to a regular. Betty Majors was a lovely old woman with silver hair and an endless parade of colorful bathrobes. She'd always meet me at the box at the end of her drive to collect her mail in person. Usually, we'd stand for a minute and chit-chat while she opened her letters. I was just updating her on my engagement to a beautiful girl 2 towns over when I saw Betty frown. She was glancing at the pile of mail in her hands. I felt a cramp in my lower stomach I couldn't explain. An emerging sense of dread as I followed her gaze. Sure enough, she was holding a familiar black envelope with white lettering. Odd, she said, carefully tearing the seal. I suppressed an irrational urge to yank the envelope from her hand. Instead, I watched her face as she read the message inside. Betty seemed confused. She looked up at me. No return address? Doesn't look like it. Can I ask? It's none of my business, but... Betty shrugged and lifted the small square card up for my inspection. It's almost like an invitation, but it doesn't say what for. Gold letters, white stock, Betty's name, and a date a little more than 2 weeks in the future. That was all. I shrugged and tried to smile. It's probably for a wedding, a funeral, or a birthday party. All three sound like too much work at my age, Betty giggled, already moving on to open the next letter. We said our goodbyes, and I finished my route. I tried to put the envelope out of my mind, but the next morning of the day in the letter, I couldn't help but feel anxious. When Betty didn't meet me at the mailbox for our usual chat, the anxiety began to climb towards a panic. I decided to bring her letters right to her door in case she was sick or occupied. A stranger answered when I knocked, a young woman with swollen red eyes. Betty's granddaughter. My client, my friend, had passed from a stroke early that morning. Some family was visiting for the holiday and found her body just after dawn. I'd only barely missed the ambulance as it took her away. I'd never been religious, but after that day I started going to church. I always repeated the same prayer before leaving. Lord, no more black envelopes. My prayers were answered for 3 years until I had to deliver another. It was the same neighborhood and the same result. The man died 3 months after my delivery. There was another envelope the next year. Another death. Other people I delivered to passed away without receiving the mysterious letters, though. I could see no rhyme or reason in it. All I could do was continue my route and say an extra prayer for anyone who received the dark delivery. Each of them died within a year of receiving a black envelope. I took solace in the fact that none of them knew what the date meant. However, judging by the fear I saw with a few folks, I worried they might have guessed. Years ticked by and I moved from deliveries to an office to administration. I was hoping for a quiet retirement this year. Then, a few months ago, the manager of my sorting room came to my office badly shaken. Black envelopes. Dozens. Hundreds. More than he'd ever seen. Not all of his staff had caught on that there was something gruesome about the deliveries, but rumors were spreading. Word came from up high to slow down circulation, to act like everything was normal. Basically, to put our heads in the sand. Another unofficial policy drifted down to management. Lose the envelopes, trash them, destroy them. It didn't matter. We'd burn the bastards by the dumpster load and somehow the letters would be back in the sorting room the next day. No one could explain it. No one could figure out who was bringing the envelopes or how to stop them. The same names and addresses would show up again and again until we finally broke down and delivered them. All of this was done in secret as much as we could manage. I don't know how many people in USPS have caught on, maybe 10 perfect? Maybe fewer. My guess is the government is afraid of mass panic if word gets out. I understand that, but I'm still posting this because no matter what we do, the envelopes continue to flow. People keep opening them, and even if they aren't sure what the date means, I think it sticks with them. Turns up in their dreams, eats away at the time they have left and makes them rot with worry. So I'm sending out this message and then I'm leaving. I'm going to try to enjoy the time I have left. You see, not too long ago, I found a black envelope addressed to me. I couldn't help myself. I read the date. You always think you'll have more time. Curiosity is such a vicious animal. When we started getting that influx of marked letters earlier this year, I snuck a dozen of them out of the sorting room to read in my office. If you apply gentle heat to the adhesive, it's not too hard to reseal the envelopes later without damage. A dozen names, a dozen strangers, but each of them had the same date written in that terrible gold ink. I pulled more envelopes at random over the next few months. The date was always the same, over and over and over. Hundreds, thousands. I think something awful is coming. There, that was good. That was the Have you recently received a black envelope in the mail by Grand Theft Motto on or No Sleep? What kind of event doesn't say? It ended in a cliffhanger, but interesting to say the least. It's a recent story, so yeah. That's awesome. Yo, send me that link. Yeah, sure. Of course. Uh People on R No Sleep do do sequels and stuff like that. It's really interesting. Let's see what else we have here. Here's a one. So this is a story called I just came back from camping and there is something very wrong with my photos. This is posted by The Poisoned Antidote 25 days ago on R No Sleep. Let's read it. Last night I came back from one of those mental health camping trips where where all you bring is an emergency radio and a digital camera. Other than what I am about to tell you, it was actually insanely good for my health. I was struggling with my job for a little bit, and let's be honest, I was also struggling with life in general, but was finally able to simply relax. It what felt like the first time in years, to be honest. I came back a new person, a fresh slate to write the rest of my life on. I later found out I came back a new person in a more literal way. The camping part went smoothly. I enjoyed some fishing, cooked with a campfire, met some other people on their own retreat as well. You know, the normal camping stuff. I also took lots of pictures. A week after I arrived, I packed up all of my things and went back to my truck, ready to go back to my home. The ride back went smoothly, but I do have to admit, the first night of sleeping in my own bed, rather than a cot, felt so fucking good. I woke up this morning and decided to go through my photos before heading into work, to see what I wanted to download to my computer and what I wanted to trash. This is where things get odd. The first picture was of me with a group of 6 other people. I don't remember a single one of these guys. All of their faces were blurred out, like they turned their heads swiftly right as the picture was being taken of them. We all had our hands around each other, and the girl next to me was getting really close and personal with my waist. But I don't remember a single one of them. This catches me off guard. I just know I went camping alone. But from the looks of these pictures, I can see my tent in the background, with a couple of other tents placed there too, all in perfect condition. It felt like I was staring at an alternate reality, like what could have been if I went with a group. Eventually I shrugged it off as maybe drinking a little too much one night and forgetting about the group of wanderers that just set up with me for the night. You know, a lousy excuse that made me feel less insane. Eventually I scrolled through the rest of the pics, Some of them are things I remembered, like fishing and cooking, but they always had other people in it, as if they were removed by my memories, and like always, their faces were blurred. Now I go to the second day's worth of pictures. At the start of the day, there seems to be the same picture as before. Except the guy all the way to the left wasn't in the picture anymore. Just simply gone. Again, the same process continues. The rest of the pictures that day are the ones I remember, but simply with more people added to the mix that I don't. I look at the next day, and another person disappears. The next day, another one disappears, and then another. Again, another goes, continuing the process until there's just me and this woman left. Her arms around my waist, hugging me with a blurred face. I noticed that all of the tents were still there, but tattered as if they just got out of a storm. Except mine, which was perfect. Now I am beyond freaking out, trying to make sense of what happened. Who were they? Where did they go? What is happening? Why don't I remember? I looked down at my watch and noticed that I'd been pondering over these photos for way too long. I was a couple hours late for work. I shoved the camera into my bag, and since I was already dressed, I ran to the car. I got into the office about half an hour later, walking in disheveled. I got a few looks from some of my employees, but shrugged them off heading to my office. One of them walks up to me to ask me something I don't think I'll ever forget. "Where's your wife?" "My wife?" "Yeah, her and the rest of management. You guys all went on a retreat and you're the first one to come back." I look at my desk and notice a picture with all 7 of us from the original photo. I quickly open up my camera and go back to the first photo, matching the bodies up with each other to confirm their identities. Sure enough, they were the management that I worked with. But I still did not remember a single one of them. I scrolled the last photo I've taken and see me, only me, and 6 blurred bodies hanging suspended from trees behind me, with their heads all forcefully bent in a 90-degree angle. I noticed that my hands were both well within view of the picture as my blood went cold. Who was taking all of the pictures? That was a ooh, okay. Oh god. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. Who did take the photos? Interesting. I like the thriller twist on such an innocent question like that. Yeah, I know, right? Whew. That is interesting. I definitely love this these types of stories. Our No Sleep is definitely a good place for these horror stories. Whew. Oh, I hate this one. Oh no, I'm not gonna read that. Especially when I live alone. There's a story called "If you see this faceless boy in your house, ignore him." Yeah, no, I'm not. I keep looking towards my door. I fucking hate you. Whoever wrote that. Alright, here's another story. Here's another story from Grand Theft Auto, the same guy who wrote "Have you recently received a black envelope?" And this seems to be a good one. Alright, let's read this. So this one's called this was posted 8 days ago by Grand Theft Auto. So this is called Exorcist.exe, or the winter of our discount tech. Alright. My job gave me the opportunity to play with a lot of technology. I work for one of the major electronic retailers. I won't tell you which one. It doesn't matter, anyway. They're all dying off at about the same rate. I wasn't terribly invested in the job, so I figured I might as well enjoy testing all of the gear before the whole brand went the way of Blockbuster and Radio Shack. What's the most frightening virtual reality game you've ever played? I promise, no matter what you choose, there's one that's worse. Exorcist.exe only existed for less than 1 week on one machine in a small store in Maryland. My store. I don't know how it got onto the VR headset, who downloaded it, who programmed it, nothing. All I know is that for several days in a row, I played the absolute shit out of the game. Even after my coworkers started changing. Even after Mitch died, I couldn't quit playing. It all started with a woman tied to a chair. You should waterboard her with holy water, Mary suggested. Tim snorted. She'll die and you'll fail. She's not really possessed, she's faking it. Test her by reading some Latin. Can both of you just shut up? I asked, white-knuckling the VR controllers. I'm losing her. Physically, I was sitting in a $400 gaming chair in the corner of a nearly empty electronics store, both in terms of customers and product on the shelves. But through the VR set, I found myself in a dark basement standing in front of a woman straining against the ropes that held her in place. The graphics were... You couldn't even call them graphics. It was like looking out a window into the real world. I saw every bead of sweat on the woman's snarling face, every splash of red where the rope dug into her wrists. I could even make out the blue veins on the back of my character's hands and the words in the digital Bible he held. Exorcist.exe was like nothing I've ever experienced. I could practically smell the mold in the basement. A single light bulb swung on a chain, painting the floor with moving shadows. The woman in the chair looked familiar in a generic way. The kind of face you'd see a dozen times a day in any given crowd. She seemed to be in agony, twisting against her bonds. I flicked my controller, sprinkling the woman with virtual holy water. Then I began to incite the prayer of Saint Michael, reading it directly from the Bible. By the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who... The woman in the chair began shrieking. Straining so hard against the ropes I heard her arms snap. A splinter of bone, pale as an autumn moon, pressed out between the skin above her wrist. The experience was so complete, I swear I could smell the blood. Me, the character screamed. Save me, Jim. The screen went black. Hands shaking, I pulled off the headset. You fucked that up, didn't you? Mary asked. Couldn't you see what was happening on the monitor? Nope, Tim said. The whole thing went static as soon as you started reading the prayer. Probably for the best. Mitch is giving us funny looks, so we should probably at least pretend to talk to customers. I nodded, but waited for Mary and Tim to hit the floor before I stood up. I didn't want them to see how rattled I was. The possessed woman said my name. I was sure of it. At no point did I ever put that information into the game. 4 hours and 2 sort of satisfied customers later, I felt the VR station in the corner pulling me back in. It was the only machine in the store that had a copy of Exorcist.exe installed. Mitch swore he didn't do it, so either the day shift manager was responsible or, the game just appeared. All of the associates tried it out, but I was the only one able to clear the first exorcism. And the second. The restrained woman in the basement was the third, and I was determined to press on. However, when I put on the headset and selected the game, my screen showed me in the middle of a dense forest. Instead of one woman in front of me, there were 6 people dangling from branches all around the clearing. It took me a moment to realize they were all hanging from nooses, hands desperately clutching at the ropes around their necks. They moaned and begged and kicked. The 6 figures were suddenly still. Then they began to laugh and trash and reach towards me. I ripped off the headset so fast I nearly took my ears with it. I avoided that corner of the store for the rest of the day. When I came into work the next evening, I noticed Tim plugged into the headset for Exorcist.exe. The game had given me nightmares already. I couldn't shake the feeling that something had followed me home from the office, moving through the empty rooms of my apartment. Still, I couldn't resist the urge to walk over and see how Tim was doing. The game was projected to a large monitor in addition to the headset so that observers could check out the action. When I got to the screen, though, it showed Tim just staring at a blank wall. The room his avatar was standing in looked worn down. The drywall crumbling and spotted with dark water stains. I watched for 5 minutes. Tim didn't budge the entire time, either in-game or in his chair. I leaned close to his ear. To Tim, did you fall asleep? Tim? No response. I waited another minute and then gently lifted the VR headset off of him. Tim began to tremble, but other than that, he didn't move. Tim? I whispered, moving around to the front of the chair. Tim was staring straight ahead, weeping. Not just crying, but silently bawling. Tears carving jagged lines down his cheek. Jesus, dude, are you okay? Tim never looked at me. He stood up and walked right out of the store. Mitch followed a moment later, turning to give me a confused look before stepping through the doors. I could only shrug. Nothing I said would have caused him to just leave. At least I didn't think so. I glanced at the monitor. The perspective was still facing a dirty wall. As I watched, the screen began to change. Something was moving the camera even though no one was playing the game. The POV swept along the wall. The surface grew nastier by the inch. Water stains gave way to black mold and maroon splashes. My mouth went dry. The stains were becoming brighter and a more vivid red. Now they looked fresh. Wet. The camera finally reached a break in the wall. A doorway. Long fingers were curled around the edge of the frame. They were emaciated but human. The view moved to show what was in the door and I felt a flush of panic. It was only a game, but something in me was setting off an alarm, begging me not to look. I closed my eyes and walked behind the monitor. Once I was safely on the other side, I unplugged it. Just a game, I told myself. Tim never did come back. Mitch told us that he simply got in his car and drove away, ignoring any phone calls. I was off the next day and had planned on zoning out on the couch with Netflix and a 12-pack. But I was out the door and walking around the city before lunch. I couldn't get comfortable at home. It felt like I was constantly being watched, followed. Small things like scratching inside the walls and cold spots in the air had me on the edge. Without really planning it out, my walk brought me back into the parking lot of the tech store. Even on my day off, I couldn't resist showing up to work. Apparently, the first thing I noticed was the ambulance outside of the store. There were 2 cop cars as well. Something was up. I hurried across the lot, boots crack crunching the freshly fallen snow and ice. A pair of EMTs emerged from the store pushing a gurney. I would have screamed if I didn't choke it down. Mary was trapped across the stretcher. She was kicking and fighting and begging the paramedics to let her go. "I have to go back," I heard her yell. "He needs me. He needs me." I got closer than I should have, right up on the sidewalk, close enough to see the savage expression on Mary's face. Close enough to see the red sockets where her eyes used to be and the scratches down her cheeks. I slumped against the nearest car. Mitch came bustling out of the front of the store looking pained. He stood on the sidewalk watching the paramedics load Mary into the ambulance. "What happened?" I asked him. He shook his head. She was fine. She was showing a VR set to a customer, demoing some game, and she just started tearing her face apart. I shivered. We stood watching as the ambulance left the parking lot. "I think we're going to be closed for a few days," Mitch whispered. We ended up only being shut down for a day and a half. It was enough time for the company to air out the store, mop all the blood off the floor, and restock some new inventory. I arrived early the morning. We did open before any customers would be inside. I wanted to see the game. When I got to the store, it was already unlocked, though dark. I made my way to the floor. The VR machine containing Exorcist.exe was missing. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. It was probably for the best. I'd been feeling an odd compulsion all week, a desire to check in on the game world, an urge that was bordering on a need. Now that the whole machine was gone, though there was nothing to be done. "Morning, Mitch," I called out, popping my head into his office since the door was open and the light was on. "How's it going?" Mitch looked over at me and sipped from a travel mug. "It's going so well, Jim. So well. How are you?" His voice was brittle, so saccharine I was worried it would give me diabetes. "It's good, Mitch. All good." "I see they got rid of the VR where Mary had her, accident. It's stored in the back right now," Mitch giggled. "It's out of sight, but not out of mind." "Mitch, are you sure you're okay?" He took a long gulp from his mug. "I'm great. I played the game this morning. I saw him. I felt dizzy." "Him?" "He's waiting for you," Mitch said, finishing his drink. "I think I'm going to." A red flood burst from Mitch's mouth. The blood splattered his desk and shirt and even the floor. He fell from his chair, continuing to vomit his guts up for another few seconds. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, so I couldn't find the air to scream. Mitch eventually lay still, little scarlet bubbles lining his lips, feeling like I was walking in a dream. I picked up his travel mug from the desk and sniffed. I recoiled. The strongest odor was bleach, but there were other chemical smells there. It was like a janitor's closet cocktail. "He's waiting for you." I don't remember how I got to the storage section in the back of the store. One moment I was in Mitch's office standing over his cooling corpse. The next I was in the warehouse next to the VR machine and my favorite chair. "He's waiting for you." I immediately recognized the location after pulling on the headset. It was my childhood bedroom, a place I hadn't visited in a decade but laid out exactly how I remembered. My avatar was sitting on my old bed complete with my favorite Toy Story sheets. The room was dark, the only illumination coming from a pale blue nightlight in the corner. "Where have you been, Jimmy?" a voice asked from under my bed. It was an old voice, distant, like what you'd hear inside two tin cans connected with string if the conversation was shrouded between stars. "You're not real," I whispered. "I could be." The nightlight popped and the room went black. I felt cold fingers on my ankle and then a thump as I hit the floor. I screamed, clawed at the carpet, but something was dragging me under the bed. It was so cold. I woke up in my apartment a few hours ago. I don't feel well. There are bruises on my ankle, 6 of them shaped like long fingers. Scratches cover my body, bite marks too. All shallow, all fresh. I didn't know what to do. That's why I wrote all of this down, to organize my thoughts, to share them in case. It feels like something is coming. There's banging and sobbing and laughter coming from the bedroom next to me. I'm afraid to open the door, but I think that I have to. That I'm supposed to. I don't feel well. If something happens to me or if I disappear, I'm making the story public so that people know I didn't just leave. I was taken. I'm sorry. They're scratching at my bedroom door now. I should check. I don't feel well. Damn. Okay, that was Exorcist.exe by Grand Theft Auto. Oh. Dang. Alright. There's definitely lots of good stories here. My throat is hurting. Oof, read a lot there. Yeah, it did. Yeah, the BGM definitely helps with the story. Drink water, dum dum. I am drinking water, dum dum. Woo! That was good. I like that one too. Obviously, there's a lot more, but it'll be fun to check it out. More of them in the future. Do some more stories like that. Glad you guys enjoyed. Ah. When I was a kid, I always loved the I caught up with my if I'm being fidgety. Miss anything? No, not really. Just doing my post thoughts, post stream thoughts, and I was just saying I always love horror stories. Like I love listening to them. I like reading them. Uh, Narrating them is pretty fun too. I do love that as well. Always it's good when you yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to do more of that. I do enjoy doing that. Definitely really fun. Pog indeed. That's a great stream end option. Extend time and chill a bit. Yeah. It's a good like horror story, you know? Then again, tomorrow's stream for YouTube is a horror story. It will be Corpse Party. Yes, Corpse Party, the 2021 version. So yeah, we're about to get in on this Corpse Party. Don't think the new warehouse has Wi-Fi, so I'll have to catch the VOD. Yeah, no worries. Again, Coop, do take care over there. Work hard and yeah. Hopefully don't stress out too much. You know, I wish you the best of luck. Take care, alright? Take care and stay safe. Learn from horror movies, yeah. The thing about horror that I love is that it makes us like it makes me specifically feel vulnerable and thankful for like not being in a situation where these kind of stuff are happening. No, the best part is the thrill you do get from horror and the emotions that you get. It's definitely one of the most like definitely something that's worth experiencing once in a while. I do hope to get scared because like it's Halloween, you know? And with Halloween everyone's entitled to a good scare or two. So like I did get scared with Stories Untold, so definitely that was insane. That was scary for me. So I do want to say that definitely hit that. Yeah, sense of adrenaline you get from a good story indeed, yes. One of the few things I loved to do back then was spirit photography. I love how Ika just now dropped by. Hello Ika, welcome. Hope you were listening to those stories, those were great. But yeah, like I said, back then I think the earliest memory I have of it is in 2014. I was into spirit photography. And I always loved going outside of my house taking photos of like random abandoned areas. There's this sense of looking through each photo. I'm into photography in general, but doing photography and then like expecting like to see something is thrilling. You know, you take a photo, you don't look at it, you only look at all of your photos till you get home. And I always want to like, man, if I see something in one of my photos, that'll be, oh my god, the feeling of like there was something there. But I'm home, I'm safe, hopefully. It does interest me, and I did that a lot as a kid. I would used to go to like random alleys or those abandoned houses that you would see on a corner here or there, for sale, whatever. And then like, yeah, just look through these photos. There's something about them, the feeling of like, it's somewhat peaceful, but at the same time, very, off, so to say. It's like, well, see, I like that feeling. I like the feeling of mystery. I love the feeling of when my hair standing on the back of my neck, Have the habit of double, triple checking literally everything, but that's neat. Yeah. But yeah, the feeling of my hair standing at the back of my neck, it's like the shivers I get from a good like plot twist or a scare or a horror story. It's like, whoa. It's like, ho ho ho. It's insane. I love it. I do have my dad to thank for that because he watches a lot of horror movies. Back when I was like younger, my dad would make us watch movie night and have us watch horror movies. He one time I remember my dad bringing home a Paranormal Activity back in like 2007. He bought Paranormal Activity and then he told me this is a true story. Because Paranormal Activity is a horror movie that's like found footage, right? It's like a documentary, but it's like everyone knows it's like just a movie. But the fact that it's found footage, it's documentary, it made me feel like it was real, and it shocked me. It scared the living shit out of me to think that that could be real, that I could not sleep for like weeks. So pretty messed up. You know how my dad told me, "Oh, this is real, bro." I'm like, "Ah, yeah, of course." Would you hear stories that would stick to you? Yeah. My favorite's like the picture story getting creepy and creepier, then as it nears the climax it says something like I can see both my hands in the photo. And just know the next line but you're like, yeah, I do love those kind of things. Just like definitely those type of like scares. It's like, what? Who took the photo, right? Like I do love that. I love that so much. I love things like that in horror stories where you don't get an entire picture until like the end and you're like, oh my god, dude. When I was a child and new to horror stories and the sort, I would always get this feel. Unintended, like someone's watching me or at least following me. Oh yeah, that's always like, yeah. I get that feel too, But nowadays, I used to feel like that when I first lived alone. It terrified me. But as I got used to living alone, Like, not gonna lie, guys, not gonna lie. The first year of me living alone, my lights were on. I was like terrified. But now I can just like pretty much like, yo, you know that one meme photo is like uh like after like 10 years of living alone, I go out into my dark living room and be like at 3 a.m. and be like, yo demons, it's your boy Kyoshi. Yo demons, it's your boy Kyoshi, about to go to the restroom for a bit, don't mind me. You know, you get more comfortable the longer you lived alone. It doesn't scare you as much. But man, when I was a kid, I was scared of being alone. Like, a lot. Nowadays, I've gone used to that feels fair for toys and games. Hmm. Hey demons, it's your boy. Yeah, basically, right? You go like, hey demons, it's your boy Kyoshi, what's up? Not those two places. Oh yeah, the bathroom. Definitely not the bathroom, dude. Like, please don't appear in front of me as I rinse my face and wash my hair of shampoo. And I close my eyes. Please don't appear in front of me. Thank you. You know? Mm. It's a weird meaning to not dropping the soap, you know? Yeah. Okay. Mm. Okay, well. Whew. Time to end the stream, yes. Definitely had fun. Thank you guys again. Appreciate it. But okay, let's end the stream here. Thank you again for listening to the horror stories from our No Sleep. Again, last couple of days for horror month, so again, Corpse Party, then Fatal Frame on Twitch, then VR chat to end everything off on Halloween. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you guys are awesome. Gator Arc, X-Savior, Coop, Ikazuchi, thank you for dropping by, and Hana as well. And those in the back that's lurking, earlier I did get like 8 viewers, appreciate it, thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care, stay safe, have a great rest of your day or night. 見てくれてありがとうだにゃ、また次ねよ。Be kind to each other, stay happy, and I'll see you all on the next stream. Bye bye.